I believe my dreams hold the key. The question is, will I be in time to save the Earth?
In a world where dreams and technology collided, one film dared to bring the impossible to life, long before the world was ready. This is the story of Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within 2001.
I don't see how you could have found the final spirit.
It found me, Doctor.
A groundbreaking cinematic experiment that sought to merge human emotion with digital perfection. It redefined the limits of animation, revolutionized motion capture, and became both a triumph and a tragedy for its creators. Welcome to Animated Realms. 1. The birth of a digital revolution. Before the rise of photorealistic CGI films and motion capture epics, there was a vision, a dream of bringing digital humans to the big screen. That dream belonged to Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of the legendary Final Fantasy video game series. Sakaguchi envisioned a movie that transcended gaming, a film that could rival Hollywood's live-action blockbusters using entirely digital actors. Working with Square Pictures, the studio spent over 4 years creating the film's stunning visuals. Every hair, every movement, every subtle expression was meticulously crafted. The result? The world's first attempt at a photorealistic CGI feature film. But this innovation came at a price, both financial and emotional. 2. The science that everyone completely missed. Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within wasn't just a fantasy film, it was science fiction grounded in spiritual theory. The story revolves around a post-apocalyptic Earth haunted by alien phantoms, invisible entities that consume human souls. Dr. Aki Ross, our protagonist, seeks to understand the mysterious energy known as Gaia, the living spirit of the planet. Her mission isn't just to destroy the phantoms, it's to restore harmony between life and the cosmos. This concept, inspired by both Eastern philosophy and quantum energy theory, reflected Sakaguchi's belief that every living thing possesses a spiritual essence, a soul that connects to the universe. Modern audiences often missed this layer, dismissing the movie as confusing or slow. But in truth, The Spirits Within was exploring the science of consciousness long before films like Avatar or Interstellar brought similar ideas to the mainstream. The phantoms themselves were visual metaphors for energy imbalance, spirits displaced from their world, seeking resolution. In this sense, the movie wasn't about war, it was about redemption and reconnection. 3. The digital actors that changed everything. One of Sakaguchi's boldest ideas was the creation of a digital actress, Dr. Aki Ross, who could, in theory, appear in multiple films, transcending the limitations of real-world casting. Aki Ross was designed to be the first virtual movie star, with her own fan magazine covers, interviews, and even fictional personality profiles. The team of over 200 animators and scientists used groundbreaking motion capture and facial animation techniques, pioneering systems that Hollywood would later adopt. Every single frame of the film contained nearly 100,000 polygons, a staggering amount for the year 2001. The result was breathtaking realism, skin that glowed, eyes that reflected emotion, and movement that almost felt human. It was artistry and technology in perfect harmony. But while the visuals were years ahead of their time, the audience wasn't ready for it. 4. The philosophy behind the spirits. Beneath its digital beauty, The Spirits Within was a deeply human story about the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It asked, what if the soul of the planet could be wounded? And what if humanity's survival depended not on technology, but on forgiveness? The concept of Gaia, Earth's living spirit, wasn't just a fantasy element. It mirrored ecological and metaphysical ideas about collective consciousness. Sakaguchi's vision was influenced by his personal grief, the loss of his mother, and his search for spiritual meaning. The film became a tribute to that search, a meditation on existence itself. Aki's journey was not about defeating monsters, but reconciling life and spirit. Her connection with the phantoms symbolized compassion for the enemy, a revolutionary idea for a sci-fi film. 5. The art that redefined animation. Visually, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within remains a landmark in digital artistry. Its intricate lighting, atmospheric depth, and fluid camera work rivaled live-action cinematography. The film's design team created entire ecosystems, from floating dust to reflective armor, using custom rendering systems. The film also marked the birth of hyperreal CGI cinematography, camera movements and lighting designed as if real lenses existed in the digital world. This fusion of realism and dreamlike visuals set the foundation for films like The Polar Express, Beowulf, and eventually, Avatar. Even today, when we watch Aki's hair flowing or her eyes trembling with emotion, we see the roots of modern digital performance. 6. The tragic fall of a digital dream. Despite its innovation, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within became one of cinema's most notorious box office failures. With a production cost of $137 million, an astronomical budget for the time, the film earned less than half that worldwide. Square Pictures collapsed, and Sakaguchi left the company he had built. The world simply wasn't ready for a film that blended spiritual philosophy with high-end digital art. Critics found it emotionally distant, while audiences expected a traditional Final Fantasy adventure. But in hindsight, the film wasn't a failure, it was a prototype of the future. Every CGI innovation that followed, from Pixar's realism to James Cameron's digital avatars, owes a silent debt to this misunderstood masterpiece. 7. The legacy that lives on. Today, more than 20 years later, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within has been re-evaluated as a visionary work ahead of its time. It predicted our fascination with digital identity, virtual existence, and the ethical questions surrounding AI-generated humans. Dr. Aki Ross paved the way for characters like Neytiri in Avatar and Alita in Battle Angel Alita. And while the film's dream bankrupted its creators, its legacy became eternal. It wasn't just about technology, it was about the spirit of creation itself. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within dared to imagine a world where the line between human and digital soul disappeared. And in doing so, it whispered a truth that echoes even today. The spirit is eternal. The shell is temporary. This has been Animated Realms, and this was the story of the film that dreamed too far ahead. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within 2001, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with more explorations from Animated Realms, where cinema meets imagination and stories meet the soul.